Okay, everybody, so a little bit of information for all of you. I went and did a training fight, and halfway through it, I paused at one point, and I forgot to unpause for the second half of the fight. I've decided that since you don't get to see the whole fight, that I was just going to cut out the entire fight. I will admit that it also was kind of kicking my ass. It was an insanely hard fight. I'll show you, let me just show you where I did it. And I'll kind of explain how the fight went. Because it was very, very difficult. But it was here at Brodia Castle. We did a training fight here. And just like the last time we did it, everybody swarms. And there's a shit ton of enemies. Like, it was unbelievable. I basically found myself in the bottom right-hand corner. And I had to kind of like shift my softer units kind of behind two defensive lines of 3 and 3 in the back corner. And I'll tell you what, I had to rewind, I think, 5 times because there were a lot of units that were having like 3 to 7% crit chances, and some of those were landing, and there were also units that I couldn't reach that were mages. And the mages were able to kind of hit my frontliners pretty hard because as we know, like, Louis and stuff doesn't have the best resistance. So like at one point I think Diamant went down, in another one they were able to take down Diamant and Etier in the same turn because they broke my front line with him. They killed, I don't think Louis ever went down. I think there was one where they got Jade. They got through Jade, and it was because of a crit. I actually would have survived it, except one bow unit hit a crit. And without that crit, we would have gotten through that turn. I was pretty mad. I was pretty mad. I have in my notes, cut out some anger at this marker, but since we're not keeping the fight, actually I think that's the one that I forgot to unpause on. So I got mad, and then when I went back to fight again, I forgot to unpause my recording. So it was because of that angry moment with that crit that I forgot to unpause, but we eventually made it through, but it took like 5 rewinds, and it was a sloppy fight. I'll tell you what, it was a sloppy fight, and I was getting angry, but yeah, we made it through, and we got some decent experience for some people, but yeah, unfortunately, because I didn't get the second half of the fight, I decided to take it out. It wouldn't be very interesting for you to see half of the fight and not get to see the second half, so sorry about that. Let's do some supports. Before I realized that I wasn't recording, I also went back to the Somnium and did a quick training and whatnot, and cooking and all of those things. So I did that as well off screen. But we have a couple of supports after all of that, so let's go ahead and watch those before we move on. We finally got Vander. I did that through cooking.
Whew. I've hit my limit for training today.
Excellent work, Divine One. I brought a hot towel for your face. I think you will find it most refreshing.
Thank you, Vander. That's very kind of you.
I have also prepared a fresh change of clothes for you. When you change, deposit your dirty clothes into the basket, and I will wash them for you.
I appreciate your generosity, Vander, but I'd prefer to take care of my own laundry. Certainly you have other tasks to keep you busy.
My only obligation is to you, Divine One. Feel no hesitation in asking me for anything.
But
it has been my duty to wait on you since long before you awakened. Were you to assume my duties for yourself, my position would cease to exist. So please, leave these trivialities to me, where they belong, and trouble yourself no further.
Again, I appreciate your willingness to help me, but I do feel a bit bad about all this.
There is nothing in all of Elyos to feel bad about, Divine One. Now I must insist you change out of your damp clothes before you catch yourself a cold.
This dude's a wet blanket. I can't be interested. I can't. Boucheron and Lapis.
You're Boucheron, right? I'm Lapis. I'll be on serving duty starting today.
That's right. I'm Boucheron. I'll be serving with you, looks like. Nice to meet you. Let's get this done quick. I think everyone's pretty hungry. Here we go. That should be enough milk.
Enough? That's way too much.
You think so? It seems about right to me.
Then you need to get your eyes checked. That's enough milk to last 10 days.
What are you talking about? It won't last the length of this meal.
What are you talking about? Look, pour 1 part milk into the cup, then add 10 parts water.
Hold on a second. Why would you add
10
water?
parts water?
And why so much?
You don't dilute your milk? I always heard it was unhealthy to drink straight.
That's the first I've heard of it.
You're not messing with me, right? You're being serious?
Completely.
I think that's true of unpasteurized.
Oh,
Isn't
in that case,
unpasteurized? It can be
forget I
pretty
said anything.
dangerous to drink.
I must have been confused.
I'm a little confused myself.
So who's the lamest Jagan in all of Fire Emblem history? Is it Vander, or is there someone out there who's lamer than Vander is? Citrine and Chloe? Let me know in the comments.
Why, hello, Chloe. Fancy meeting you here.
Hi there, Citrine. I'm just here picking up some lunch. You can only get it at this street stall, but the taste is worth the trip. It's my favorite.
Really? If it's as delicious as you say, I'd like to try some for myself. Here, I'll treat you. Excuse me, sir. I'll take everything you have, please.
The whole stock?
Don't fret about the money. This way, if we have extra, we can share with the others.
Yeah, she's
Thank
super
you for
rich.
wrapping all of that, sir. Here's a little more gold for your trouble.
And so Lapis, on the other hand, seems like she comes from, poorer beginnings. And then Citrine is just super, super fucking rich.
Huh? Are these?
It's folk food. Salt-pickled fish guts in this case.
Oh, how, charming.
She's out.
Oh, sorry. I love this stuff, but it might be too much for you to handle.
More pickled shit, though. Come on, Chloe, you're better than pickled stuff.
No. One mustn't show prejudice toward food without trying it first. Here, Chloe. Your portion.
Wow, you're letting me have almost all of it. Thank you so much.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be.
Okay.
Must be important. You look pretty serious all of a sudden.
Uh-huh, yeah, she wants out of there.
It is important. Well, to me it is. Take care.
It's important that she doesn't eat
Will
that
do.
pickled
And
fish.
thanks for treating me to a heaping helping of my favorite folk food.
She just bought a shit ton of it. That's kind of funny. So Chloe is obviously the foodie archetype, the one who only talks about food, which is a little bit disappointing because I really like Chloe, and I think that is a really uninteresting trope. But it's all right, Chloe. Somehow I like you anyway. Okay, Alquist and Lapis.
I vow to protect you, Lapis.
Prince Alquist? What are you talking about?
You kept me safe during battle the other day.
Of course I did. I'm your retainer. It's my duty to keep you safe.
Yes, but I don't deserve it. I'm useless, but your character and skills have real value. That's why, from now on, I vow to protect you in battle, Lapis.
What?
But then, I suppose those words are hollow coming from someone as unreliable as me.
That makes 3.
What?
This is the 3rd time you vowed to protect me like this, Prince Alquist.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that wasn't the direction I
Now that you
thought she was
mention
saying.
it, I do recall saying it just after we met, and then again at the Grand Crossing, if I'm recalling correctly.
That's right. Hearing you say those words, it made me... Please stop trying to switch our duties like this. I'm just a retainer. You're a prince.
I'm sorry. I'm just being honest about how I see things.
No, I know that. But I don't think many retainers would be okay with their master taking a hit for them.
I apologize.
Oh, please don't take it hard. I know how you meant it. I appreciate the thought. Okay?
Yes, of course.
Who's this voice actor? What else is he in? Like, I swear to God, he's like Played lots of people in different animes. Go ahead and tell me how wrong I am in the comments. But apparently, where is he? Where are you at, Alfred? You're probably at the bottom because I don't want to use you. Apparently, this guy isn't voiced by Sokka's voice actor. He's just doing the perfect imitation of him. That's what I've been told in the comments. I find that unbelievable because he sounds just like him. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Alright. So, are there going to be more paralogs in this game? Or are they all just... Or do we just get like 2 paralogs to recruit child units? Maybe after this it opens up more. I guess we'll see. Because apparently things kick off in this part of the game, but... I don't know, man. The writing's been real bad so far. Real bad. Gameplay? Solid as hell. Writing? Some of the worst in the series. Hands down. Alright, we ready to do this? I think we're ready to do this. We're gonna have to do some emblem ring and inventory management when we get in here, but...
Are you ready? Destinia Cathedral is our enemy's home base. I suggest we stock up on supplies.
The Fell Dragon Sombron. I feel like sometimes the chapter names should be shown at the end or something.
The snow's really coming down out there.
Half of the time they feel like spoilers. Well, something big's definitely happening here.
Yeah, the cathedral always gets hit harder than anywhere else, huh?
And Ivy's late. We've been waiting here for ages. What if she never comes? Maybe things went bad at Brodia Castle and she didn't survive.
No way. Princess Ivy can handle herself.
Thanks, Rosado. You're sweet. Ugh, why is this happening anyway? Ever since Lord Sombron was released, Father's been acting weird. He used to be so kind to me. But since they came into the picture, it's like I hardly exist.
You mean the ones who showed up at Elusia Castle with Lord Sombron?
Yeah, that kid with the hood and the 4 weirdos who follow her around. Father probably only likes them because they brought him so many rings. I thought if I could get him some, he might praise me like he used to. Look how that turned out.
I'm sorry, Hortensia.
It's not your fault. What happened at the Grand Crossing? That was all me. I don't have any clue what Father's up to. I don't know why he wants the rings or what this ritual's about. I'm totally in the dark.
Hortensia. Pardon me for interrupting.
Hey, Goldmary.
King Hyacinth has asked you to join him at the altar. And he wants you to have this.
An emblem ring?
Whoa, the king gave you another one, huh?
He said you should wear it and prepare yourself for battle.
That must mean the Divine Dragon is coming.
I mean, she had Lucina before, right? And we didn't actually get Lucina when we beat her.
Good. I'll get some answers about what happened at Brodia Castle. Let's go, you two.
And then Lynn is on her dad. Wonder what ring this is going to be.
We've arrived. Destinia Cathedral. Vale's directions really did help.
It was a dark black ring with purple.
Let's head inside, quickly.
Hold on a moment.
I'm guessing Robin.
What is it, Marth?
I sense the Fell Dragon's presence. He's waiting for us inside the cathedral. We're not ready to fight him. If the ritual has been completed, we should retreat. And even if it hasn't, I think we had best escape at the first sign of danger.
You mean leave King Morian behind?
I'm worried about all this. We shouldn't stay any longer than we have to. Whatever we do, we must avoid a direct encounter with the Fell Dragon.
It'll be all right. Princess Ivy said that Sombron can hardly move, remember? Plus, we have half of the emblem rings. Even if they had the rest, we'd be evenly matched.
It is true that with the allies we've gained, we are formidable. But I urge you, as our leader, do not fall prey to overconfidence.
Perhaps I am being too bold. Still, despite everything we're facing, I'm calm. I think it's because you're here, Marth.
Me?
With you and the other emblems supporting us, we're all feeling more courageous. I hope you'll always stay with us.
We are not going anywhere. We will remain by your side until the end of this journey.
Thank you. Now, is everyone ready? It's time to put a stop to this ritual and bring King Morian home.
I bid you welcome to
that's cool.
Destinia Cathedral. We're so happy to greet you,
Cool location.
loathsome divine dragon.
Spare us your lies!
Alas, your presence indicates that Ivy lost her battle. A predictable outcome, of course. You don't appear to have taken her captive. I assume her body has been left for the birds.
You mean my sister is dead?
Where have you hidden King Morian?
All will be known in due time.
Tell us now!
Look, over there! There's someone beside the altar! Can it be? Tiamat, its father, he's alive! Don't worry, Father.
He's
We're here to
corrupted.
save you. Something's wrong. Father!
He's been...
It appears you were a few moments too late. As you can see, the ritual has been carried out.
Hyacinth! You bastard!
We have to leave at once. Call a retreat without delay.
We can't!
King Morian is beyond our aid.
What do you mean? You would have us leave our own father behind? I cannot! I will not abandon him here!
The only option is to fight Hyacinth. I won't flee after what he has done!
Diamant. Alquist.
Foolish, but I'm not a bit surprised.
The doors!
Yes, we're trapped within.
This grand cathedral will serve as your grave. Thanks to your impetuousness, you brought the rings unto my very hand.
Hyacinth! You?
You're a monster. That's our father!
You're going to pay for this. Here and now! So be it, Hyacinth. Now we fight!
Okay. Let's see what we're looking at here. Got Gold Mary in the fight again. She's got an energy drop. Maybe at the start of this fight we'll use our stat up items. Okay. Morion in between, huh? That's rude. Okay, so you've got Lynn. Both of them have multiple health bars. Silver. Oh my god. Physical attack 31. At least he's slow. Jesus Christ. Hortensia. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. But she's got now. Don't love that. Oh god. Look at the range on that thing. Okay, we're gonna have to keep that marked, and we're gonna have to keep our softer resistance units out of that range. I wonder if this is a gap that can be flown by a Pegasi. That's dangerous, though. Okay, you might not be moving, which should be good for us. Okay. Unit selection. Yeah, we got a lot of things to move around, so... I mean, Louie's going in. I think we're going to be bringing in Yunaka, Chloe, Fram... Saline. I think it only makes sense that we bring in Diamant and Alquist for this. Is that cruel? They might have to kill their dad? It's probably a little cruel, isn't it? What can I say? I'm a fucking monster. Boucheron. Might be Amber. I don't know if I want to keep using Alfred. Although we probably should. He has a unique class and it might be really good. Since he's a royal, that immediately makes him more useful. Well, not necessarily. We don't know what his unique class really gives him, but... I mean, yeah. It is what it is, but... But if we want a mounted unit, it might be him.
Micaiah! Of course!
Okay, Celica's the only main ring in our back party right now, right?
Celica! Yes!
Just trying to think if I want to move anything around, like... Should Chloe have somebody? What would be useful for her, considering she might be jumping up there to try and deal with that mage? Like, if she had Roy, she'd have that 30% survival thing. If her HP is at 30% or below, she can survive with 1 HP. That could be useful.
Roy!
To victory!
Yeah, I think I might try that. Okay, Fram, what are you going to take? Magic Dex speed? Sure, why not? Okay, Diamant. I'm gonna give you Black Knight S. Lapis isn't in this fight. Alright, inventories. Okay, Fire, Thunder, Surge. You can use healing now. Do I want you to hold on to Amend? Or... oh, we got L Surge. So it has some weight, but her speed is really good, so maybe we'll take L Surge here. You really should have a vulnerary, but am I going to give you Wind instead? I am. Maybe I'll give the Killer Lance to you so you can get more kills. Louis doesn't need all that help, all things considered, so... and he'll have Rider's Bane with his ring. Iron, Steel, Javelin. How about you take that one? I think you'd be better with the Great Lance and he'll have the Killer Lance. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, are we leaving behind any big useful ones? The Poleaxe could be a thing. Iron Great Axe. So yeah, it's mostly a question of Boucheron here. What do we want you to have? Hammer or Poleaxe? Hammer could be immediately useful for him. There's only one mounted unit. We'll keep Hammer. Okay. Okay, 2 flyers on the left, so you should be over that way. Honestly, maybe you too. You've got a hammer, so you can deal with at least one of those guys over there. Okay, who are my lowest resistance? It's probably you. 6 is not great either. Yours isn't particularly high. So you two will want to get out of range of that. You and you probably want to get out of range of that. You, if we can, but at least you have an 8. It's not the worst in the world. Okay. And then we'll have probably Yunaka go right, and we'll have Fram go left. Other than that, who knows? We also want to pick up these. You can fly up there. You can get right to him. You don't have a throwing spear. No, you have a javelin equipped right now. Okay, never mind. Okay. Wish me luck. I bet this one's going to be tough.
Father, it's me. It's your son.
Isn't there some way we can change him back? There's nothing we can do. The king you knew is gone. No.
We have to end this.
What are you saying, brother?
You think Father would want to live like this? As this abomination fighting for Hyacinth? We have to let him die as the proud nobleman he was. As the king of Brodia.
I don't know if I can do this.
We must. We will free King Morian's soul and take down Hyacinth.
Okay, the writers are being pretty explicit with us, saying there's no way to save this guy. Doesn't mean I won't check and see if once his sons get close, if he can be interacted with in a different way, but yeah. You can use magic artillery by placing a unit equipped with a tome on it and selecting fire. Magic artillery is powerful and has a long range. It is ideal for attacking at a distance. Like ballistae, magic artillery has a limited number of uses, planned carefully. So, I mean, the two of you may be going up there.
I'm listening.
Damn, okay, you can reach that, huh? Okay, Rosado. Oh, you got a killer axe? That's so rude. That's so rude. Why give him a killer axe? Come on. So even from there... Yeah, they're not messing around, huh?
Yes.
It's probably the safest position. Gives you avoidance plus 30. And if we keep wind, they come after you. Low chance of hit. I mean, they're low chances, but this armored unit probably is going to have lower chances than like Rosado. Rosado's probably going to have pretty good hit. We'll see what we can do here. Now, if you land your hit, we're in trouble. 1 in 4.
All flowers eventually wilt.
Ooh, good level up, girl. Oh my god.
Yes. Your orders, please. Emblem.
I mean, let's see what the override can do. Okay, so if you're here, only the 3 units would be able to get you. And do we have anything that will kill? Just outright. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to be looking at override, my bad. Is that killing? No, he's got a little bit of health left over there. Iron Great Lance can do it. It puts us at a disadvantage on the return. Doing it anyway.
How dare you make Hortensia sad? One strike will decide it all.
He's not exactly safe out here. You're too good, Louis. His Louis Sigurd combo is ridiculous. Now, maybe if I'd played things differently, I could have had her finish off Rosado, which may have been the better option. And maybe somebody else here could have finished, well, you can't really reach. There wouldn't have been that many options, to be honest, so... Even if the hit chance is low, I still bet that Rosato's gonna go after Saline.
Whatever you say.
Oh, damn, if I would have thought about that, I would have put him here. Then Rosato would really want to go after him, and we would have chain guarded. That probably would have been smart.
I'm ready. I'm all set.
What's our move?
Whatever you need.
All right.
I hope you find peace.
There's that hammer doing work.
Don't think so!
Perfect. Reinforcements? Okay, that's scary.
Now I've done it. You took me out just like Princess Ivy, huh?
I know we're not really telling you this, but Ivy's doing just fine. Oh, hell yeah, dude. We're gonna switch directions with you. Because I might want to convoy that killer axe to him. You're like the only one who can reach Goldmary right now. It's not great. Now, if you are engaged, your quad attack is... Are you the one with quad attack? I think you are. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I must insist now. Please die.
I honestly think that that's probably a pretty good use of this. Does this map have recharge spots?
I mustn't add to Hortensia's grief. I'm much too precious to her.
Oh yeah, we forgot to use our stat up items. Vantage, ooh, very nice. It's a good one, Leaf. Bow proficiencies. Cool. %, crit, you can do it. Just kidding, you can't do it. I knew you couldn't do it, you're Alfred. Am I too mean to Alfred? I think I'm just mean enough.
remember this.
Yeah, man, you're too good. All right, well, we'll spread some experience around a little bit. I was gonna see if I could give her the kill instead, but Louis being too effective. He too good.
Was that sufficient?
Thank you.
So you're gonna go after those chests. The mage jumped off of that. I mean, that's a choice. That's certainly a choice. Huh. Unexpected.
My apologies.
Okay, you've got a hammer. That's why we saw an exclamation there. I'm glad I noticed that. Good thing to keep in mind. You've got poleaxe. Is there anything else we need to worry about over here? Obviously, this guy should probably be marked, especially if we're going to be possibly moving you in.
My path is clear!
Nice crit, dude! 1%! What the hell, Boucheron? My god. You just triggered a 1%. We love it when it happens to us. We hate it when the enemies do it. Ooh, they're giving us all sorts of stuff we can actually use in this fight. You haven't been using your steel axe a lot just because of the hit that we take, so maybe we'll be able to get that for Yunaka here in a minute. Oh, whoops, I was supposed to trade that, or convoy that to him. The killer axe, my bad. You don't need this experience as much as others do. Can we get you a kill? I mean, if the Killer Lance lands then we can. Don't miss.
I'll help.
You were a good fight.
What good fortune!
Yeah, we need more Master Seals. People are gonna start hitting their 20s. Oh, hell yeah. Permanent +2 to defense. You know I like that. Okay, so some of these guys won't move. Interesting. Okay, so let's start with our back line. Crit's 14, huh? That has a crit 19. Being a little dangerous here. What did that do? Yeah, the AI chose the wrong person there. 19%.
Here I am!
Still wouldn't have killed, but it's a 50-50. It can add up, you know? Alfred's still being a disappointment. Okay. All right. Lewin. Effective against Dragon? So is that effective against a Leer? I think it is. Okay. Range is 1. You've also got freeze. Interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get close enough to her, and she's gonna have multiple health bars. Yeah, she's got an exclamation when we hover over him. Okay, so you need to stay out of her range for now.
I won't falter! I had to stop you.
I actually think he's in the most danger, and he's been frozen. That's what was done. Okay. So her magic could possibly even one-shot him on the next turn. Okay. I mean, we could still use more than one Great Sacrifice if we were to trigger it now. We just have to recharge on one of these. So, if I Great Sacrifice, she'll at least have a chain. But that requires several other people to go down.
If I can,
You can echo.
I shall.
You can kill these two
Please
right here.
grant me your strength.
Okay, we need something that can... Are you gonna make me use L-Surge on this? Alright, it's 100%. Do I have to use L-Surge on the second one too, then?
All flowers eventually
I don't know if I get to change the weapon on the second one or not. You can change. Cool.
I will not forget your loss.
I should probably try and do some math to see if she can be one shot by the boss as well, though. So that's also something that we might want to consider here.
Was that sufficient?
Fortunately, I don't think you'll be able to finish this guy in one go. Mini bow can't do it. That would be the best case scenario. Oh, look at you. Okay, Alquist. I love it, dude. I love it.
I won't miss.
And you got the crit,
No
so we have no
choice but
chance
to
of
win.
taking the 5% crit from them back, which is good. You're gonna have to Great Sacrifice. That would be the ideal thing to happen.
My turn. Here.
Okay, we didn't get it. You actually have higher resistance.
Is it my turn?
Let me help. Over here.
This is what I trained for.
This is only a hit plus 20. I was wondering if we'd get a void here, but we don't. Might be worth this. No, let's not. Avoidance doesn't matter against her anyway, so... truly doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't even need to do that because I'm about to Great Sacrifice. So what's the orange range? Is that her freeze? That might be the freeze distance.
Quick change!
I have.
2216. Your speed is 15, hers is 16, no double, 22, and you have good resistance. Cool. This is definitely the right move. Makes sense, I suppose.
You took my sister from me! I'll never forgive you!
For a second, I thought she crit. That scared me. It's just a break. The slowdown, I thought it was going to be a crit. Okay. Ooh, that was scary. All right. Damn, you're too far away and you're most effective. Okay. So we need to throw everything at her right now.
My will is firm.
Now, she's got pretty good resistance, but this is probably still your best attack that you can do against her.
My apologies. It's just like my fairy tales.
Okay, maybe we use that on the second health bar to break her lance. Technically, I can probably break her with you, too. Oh, man, it's so close to getting the kill. If only that chain attack did 4 instead. Alright, it's far from guaranteed. We have like a 60% here. Let's just see what happens. This is the most he can do anyway, so... You don't get extra move. So I don't think you can actually do anything this turn, unfortunately. Damn, I don't think we have enough to finish her off. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, 7th Son, Len, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Molly, Chris Murphy, JW, Izhar Mella, and Jordan and Emily Hill. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.